So we've arrived at chapter 3 and things are getting more freakier and stranger and weirder. We learn a bit about her past, Renée, I think, still. How she was administered to the asylum and then she went mad. I would go mad. And now we're where? On the second floor?
The door's locked from the outside. Here, the doors can only be locked and unlocked from the outside.
That's not good. So how do we escape? Oh. It was opened. By who? Locked.
You can't get out of here. Only the dead can leave.
That's not good. Let's try the other way. So we are there. All right. The red dot. Let's check over here. What is this? Like an inner patio? And the toilet. Graphic wise, it really looks like Silent Hill with all these filters. Okay, so this is where they wash themselves, or at least they were being washed. Urinals. Must have been a mess. Alright, showers. Let's continue. Locks and locked. Ooh, there's the doll again, Charlotte.
He laughed, panted, lurched over me. It hurt when he touched me. I thought I'd split apart suddenly with a loud thud, shattered into pieces. I felt fragile, sick, dirty, filthy, All I could do was clutch Charlotte tightly while Renee obeyed. He was the boss in the realm of light. I was devoured by the evil I had done. I threw up and could feel hell getting closer and closer. My God, those medical examinations. The doctors said there was something inside me, which they would have dragged out of me. My God.
Wow, that was not good at all. A freaky warden who raped the clients? What the hell? Alright, I have been here before. I guess we need to go to the next place. Anything added there? More memories? I wonder what the icons on the lower section of this screen mean with the crosses. I'm not sure. Oh, now we can open them. Open these rooms. See what we have here. Filthy rooms where they were holed up. We've been here before. Let's inspect the other rooms. More of the same, so it would seem. This is the nurse's room. Lockers with names on them. This one is locked. Italian names. Okay, there's a letter inside this one. Dear Director, I have been working in this institute for 5 years now. I'm a simple person. I'm not educated and I feel embarrassed about writing to you. I always try to look on the bright side, but sometimes we have to do difficult things. That's our duty, and well, I understand and accept it. There is no alternative. However, I have decided to write to you because something is happening which is not acceptable. I am well aware that among us there is someone who dedicates too much attention to the younger female patients that are confused. The serious nature of this fact has spurred me on to write to you. I am certain of your indignation and of the measures you will adopt to solve the problem. Please accept my fondest regards and respect. That's about the rapist. Okay. Yeah, these situations in the past were very, very bad. I think the situation in asylums or houses like these are definitely better nowadays. This is like the medieval times. Again, the weird, freaky noises. Laundry room.
She stayed with Renee during those terrible medical examinations. That's what gave her the strength to survive.
Alright, where to next? Let's try the ward on the opposite side. I think that's the women's ward. No, she doesn't want to go there yet.
They went to the gynecology ward on the first floor.
All right. Gynecology it is. Oh. Stairs is over here. And now which one is it? Why is that wheel still turning? It's freaking me out. Let's look at the map. Gynecology is on the left. No, it should be right here. Actually. Again, such a freaky book. They're exploring the womb or the vagina. The anus. Ooh. Chair of death.
21/08/1938. Confidential. Dear A, I know what you think about these things, so I am referring a patient to you, Renée T. This wretched girl eluded our control and caused trouble in the park almost 3 months ago. The nurses should pay more attention. I'm examining the girl on the 28th. I'll sort things out, don't worry. We don't want to make things any worse. Then they said that Renée was crazy and that the illness was all in her head. Be careful, little girl. Be careful. I was scared and I didn't talk to anyone about the illness. Only her. Not even the other doctor. He never touched Renée. He just wrote things down. You can tell me everything. Don't be afraid, he said. Everything's going to be fine. Do you want to know what I'm writing? I write down what I see about you. Everything I see. He didn't hate Renée. He tried to help her. But he rarely examined her in those small surgeries.
Chapter 5. Let's get out of here. This makes for a good story for a horror movie, definitely. I think it was done in American Horror Story, 1 season already, so where to next? This one?
The doctor who wrote things down was in surgery C.
Surgery C. How does one get there? 7. Alright, so that means we need to go this way. To find a doctor. Partially agitated women? No? We can't actually go there yet. Surgeries. Oh, 2 are also surgeries, okay. Well, we've been to 1, to A. Now these doors are open. This is B. What is this?
June 1935. After much theorizing and practice in clinics for the privileged, the moment to act has finally arrived. Volterra is the right place. It's an avant-garde hospital, the perfect place for a doctor who wants to contribute the change. 20th November. Crossing the threshold of the asylum was similar to entering into another dimension. A world of smells, noises, and image which it is not easy to imagine, describe, or explain. August 1936. The situation is similar to that in many other institutions. The department is overcrowded. Hundreds of patients are supervised by a handful of nurses, who are forced to tie the more agitated ones to their beds or to radiators. They do 24-hour shifts. It's impossible to work like this. We doctors rarely see the female patients. It's the nurses who tell us what's happening to the women. 1937. The piercing stench in the wards, the constant noise of shouts and voices in which very little human content remains. Dirty, naked bodies, devoid of any dignity. The lunatic asylum bores into you. It wears you down. I often consider resigning. I feel useless and impotent, a sort of merciful jailer. A mercy which helps no one and only helps to soothe my conscience. 15th March 1938. Dramas are played out before my eyes every single day, and I try to keep my distance and I just do what I can. Some days ago, however, a girl arrived. I couldn't avoid her gaze. All she asked in her silent dignity was not to be ripped away from her world. And me? I'm old enough to be her father, the father she never had, who didn't want her, who rejected her without even knowing her. I, too, refused what she asked me. I couldn't do anything but add my signature and send her to hell. Danger.
Alright, that audio is bugged out or anything or something. So let's read it. Dangerous for herself and others and the cause of public scandal. This was what was written on the accompanying note from Police HQ. Difficult not to agree. How much more violence must this poor girl be subjected to? Her gaze is so intense, so far removed from the carefree nature which should make her happy at her age. I cried in my bed, in my solitude, thinking about those sad and frightened eyes staring at me. Alright, it's a sad story. Let's explore the last room. More medicine. Estrato fluido di Grindelia. Not sure what it means. What is this thing? Oh, it's like, oh, it's a phone. All right. A degree. More doctor tools. And one of those books about the brain where they dissect people again. Yuck, gross. Can we open that drawer? We can. There are letters. No, don't close it. Can I access them? No. Apparently not. I think that this is the one we should be looking for.
12th March 1938. Renée T., 16 years old, menarche at the age of 12, housewife, father unknown, mother a seamstress. Admitted for observation yesterday morning from Pontedera, accompanied by a police officer authorized by the examining magistrate of the Court of Pisa to be admitted for psychiatric evaluation, which has been executed by me. Medical certificate. Mental illness preceded by warning signs. Has suffered from depression for a year, believing she has tuberculosis. Food deprivation. We shouldn't read this document. It's forbidden. We mustn't. If they find out, there'll be trouble.
Oh, now there's a choice? Interesting. It talks about Renée. It talks about you, so we have to read it. Don't be scared. Nothing will happen to you. That's true. We should not read it. I think she shouldn't be scared anymore. I hope. So let's go with option B.
We should look for Amara. We must hurry. We should follow the memories and make sure they don't fade.
Go on.
She is scared, hears noises and spirits, presents serious signs of anxiety psychosis, suffers from hallucinations. She is anxious, confused, has a distressed expression, a questioning look as if terrified, disoriented. She feels confused, hears voices shouting in her head, She doesn't understand properly. She has not felt well for 2 or 3 months. When questioned, she replies, "My mother wants to hurt me. She always scares me. She chases me. Why are you here?" I had argued with my mother, and I was so disturbed by the shock that I felt like my head was spinning. There was a woman there who wanted to force me into a life of prostitution. They wanted to condemn me to be burned at the stake. Children were whispering, calling my name. 16th March. She couldn't sleep last night. They wanted to condemn her to be burned at the stake. 4th April. Transferred to the quiet ward, still under my supervision. Yes, that's true. The ward where Amara was. Yes, the stake. The children wanted to burn Renée. She had to pay for what she'd done. Like witches at the stake.
Was this what frightened you? They were just hallucinations? What had you done to deserve to be punished? Let's go with this
21st April. She is more awake this morning and responds to questions. She complains of headaches. She became emotional when she found out that her mother was there. She says that one day, years earlier, when she was with a friend of hers, she met a guy who made her get into a car and took her for a ride. There, she was made to smoke cigarettes and drink spirits, and that guy showed her certain things. He tried to hurt her and made her go crazy. She says that he promised to marry her and made her swear to keep it a secret. These details were roughly confirmed by her mother. After that, she became domineering, impatient, and hostile to her family, especially her mother. She started taking off her clothes in public, going from laughter to tears without warning. She rants, masturbates. I can't remember these things, only the guilt, the stake. I know that I deserve to pay for that guilt. I knew it even then.
Let's look for the rest of the clinical diary to understand. Everything will become clear. You deserved it because you tried to hide it from yourself. Let's not say that. A. Let's go practical.
She was uncooperative during the examination.